Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Philip, what's up?
Not much.
Okay.
Just letting you know, got some great ideas for this episode.
Okay, what are they?
Specifically,
Hit me with them.
I will hit you with these cold opens that we're about to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready? Okay,
Yep.
so first one, what about we talk about police...
Nope.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay. Why don't we talk about rioting?
Nope.
Okay, and then why don't we do...
No, I'm sorry. Philip, we live in a world now where we can't talk about anything without being controversial. So I apologize, but we can't do any of those ideas. So...
I mean, that...
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
So let's just think about what we can do for a cold open.
Man, I thought baby poop was going to be okay.
Philip, no! Hey, Philip.
Hey, Daniel.
So we're in September, which also in my mind is sci-fi movie month.
And October is octopuses.
Yes, octopi.
November is
Not
good
show
movies.
movies.
Oh, December is
Christmas.
Is Christmas, yeah.
Um,
Not related to D.
Not related to what?
To the
Not
letter
related to D. No. So today I thought for Sci-Fi Movie Month September.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to put that. I don't think that doesn't roll off the tongue.
I
very
think it's
well.
just Sci-Fi September.
Sci-Fi September colon. Or hold on. Yeah, September. No, Sci-Fi September colon movie month. I like the MM as well.
Oh.
Maybe movie month colon Sci-Fi September.
Movie month.
Colon, Sci-Fi
How about
September.
the movie months? And then we're in September.
Yeah, that's like the
Sci-Fi
title,
yeah.
and then each one's a subtitle.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
movie months,
Yeah.
Sci-Fi September.
There we go. We got it.
Okay, man, can we cut that out? Or
No.
okay, I thought I could try.
No.
So for Sci-Fi September, for the movie months, colon
Yes.
Sci-Fi September, I thought that we would do the best robots
The robots?
of all time in movies.
All robots.
All the robots. And we just thought of this like 25 minutes ago.
We got it down.
We got it down. This was actually a pretty easy list, I feel like.
Yeah.
to
We didn't
do.
have too much arguing going on.
Nope. Yeah, this is a combined list.
Yes.
For those of you who just wait eagerly every time to see if we're doing a
Yeah.
combined list, a separate list.
For those of you that like it when we're more together and we're not like
Yeah.
so angry at one another.
When we're unified.
Yeah.
Unlike our chips and ice
Ice
cream,
cream. Yeah.
ones from last month. So, I guess is there anything that you would like to share with the audience?
Oh.
We usually kind of talk about our lives a little bit before we start.
No.
No?
Nope. Don't give a darn about our audience.
Okay. Well, you know what? Me either.
I lie. I like our audience. I dare say I love them.
We love you guys.
But I don't. Well, my wife's gonna have a baby in a month or so.
I know. We haven't even brought that up at all
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Hey, Lindsay's pregnant.
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty cool.
So I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, we honestly haven't done that many episodes
Since she's been pregnant.
since she's pregnant. She's pregnant for 8 months now,
Yeah.
or whatever, 7 months.
Depend. Well, we record. Yeah.
I think we did a couple of them when
We
she
did
was
it
really
before.
early on,
Yeah, we probably didn't even know yet.
right? And then we didn't bring it up last month at all.
Yeah.
So
Shame on me.
shame on you.
Shame.
September.
Shame September. Sci-Fi Shame September.
Okay, I don't have anything to share either.
Oh. Well, you made me feel bad.
My name's Daniel,
Oh.
and I'm here to say that I really think it's a good day today.
Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Rhyme.
So before we jump into our list, we have a disclaimer.
Yeah, not even honorable mentions. We
We do have a lot of honorable mentions.
but we have a disclaimer before the honorable mentions.
Yes. And that is there are 4 characters that we weren't sure how to qualify them.
They could be on the list, but they don't deserve to be on the list.
They don't deserve to be. They have, as far as robots go, they have some handicaps.
Yeah.
If am I allowed to say that? Crap.
I think so.
Okay, all right. Again, everything's just so controversial these days. So the first one is Vision from the MCU.
Uh-huh.
He's kind of in a gray area. He's kind of a robot. He started off as Jarvis.
Yeah.
Which he was
very
definitely
robot.
an AI.
Well, he was an AI. He didn't even have a robot body.
He didn't even have a robot body. The Vision that
I like to call those roboties.
he doesn't even have a robody. It's not, nobody has roboties. So we weren't sure because he's kind of a robot, but he also has like that weird fleshy stuff on him. And then like as the series progresses, he becomes more and more human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just kind of I feel like he's a wild card. He's a great character. I like him a lot, but I feel like he doesn't qualify for this list.
No, he doesn't. Neither does Tin Man.
Yes.
Because Tin Man is a man. It literally says man.
Tin Man.
And in it, and he's a tin. He's tin. He's not circuits
Right.
and robot things. He's not made by man.
No.
He's just some sort of tin man.
And yeah, we don't know what he is.
He's not a robot.
He's a sentient. Because what is he? Okay, because you got the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Obviously know what a Scarecrow is.
Yeah.
We have a lion,
Yeah.
which is like funny because lions are supposed to be these fierce things
Yeah.
and he's a coward. What
is a tin man?
What is a Tin Man?
Maybe he is supposed to be a robot. Like what they
Like
thought.
an old school robot?
Yeah, what they thought robots would be like.
Maybe.
They're like, oh, he's made of tin. But no, electronics don't need it.
Yeah,
Just
because
needs
they use like
oil.
oil can.
I guess maybe he's a robot in the sense that a car is a robot. But I don't think of cars as robots.
I don't either.
So he doesn't deserve. He's too confusing.
Yeah, he's not as clear cut. We looked up the what website was that?
Pasty Magazine. I
Pasty.
don't know if that's how you say it.
Paste or something. We looked it up. They had a top 100 list. I can't even imagine going through that. And he was in the top 10. I think he was like number 8
He
or
was
something.
up there.
They're like the OG robot.
Yeah, nice try.
Nice try.
That's because they were
Pasty.
pulling at straws to get 100 robots.
Is that a Scarecrow joke?
No, but
Okay, I
now
thought maybe.
it is.
So he's in the same realm as Vision, where it's kind of a gray area. We're not entirely sure what he is.
Yeah.
RoboCop is also not going to qualify for a list, mainly because he's not 100% robot. He's a cyborg.
He's a cyborg.
I guess the same would go for Cyborg, the DC character.
That's true.
That's in Justice
Yes.
League. Neither of them qualify because they're still they still have human elements to them.
Nice try.
I don't think any of the ones we picked have any human elements.
No.
If we do, we're sorry for being inconsistent. But yeah, RoboCop and by extent Cyborg do not count because they're cyborgs and not robots. There's a difference.
And Data from Star Trek.
Yeah. So my reasoning for this one is that Star Trek is mostly a show.
That's true.
They did make, I think, 4 Star Trek The Next Generation movies.
They have a handful, yeah.
But I heard, according to Red Letter Media, according to Mike Stoklasa, they suck real hard. The movies do, because he's a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
So I thought, if we did TV robots,
He'd be on there.
Data would probably be number 1.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Another
character that you wanted to put on that's also a TV robot.
Which is called The Robot from
Robot.
Lost in Space.
Yeah.
But he's a TV show.
Apparently the new show is pretty good.
I like the new show, especially that robot.
Is he like the comedic relief character or
No, he's kind of the heart. He's the heart of the show.
ironic?
Yeah. It is ironic.
Interesting. It was robotic. That didn't make that.
Nah.
Bionic.
Bionic.
There we go. That's what
Yeah.
I meant to say.
I see.
Bionic. Remember Bionicles?
I loved Bionicles.
I had like one.
Only
growing
one?
up. Yeah.
Bionicles came out right when I was like in my peak Lego love.
Were they an extent of Lego?
Oh yeah, it's all Lego.
They're like bigger though.
They're
They're like handheld. Like
yeah, they're like action figures, that are Legos.
interesting. Okay.
But apparently they failed pretty hard.
I think they made a movie.
Yeah, they have little Bionicle
A
movies.
Bionicle movie. I feel like were they like shorts though? Or
I
were
don't
they
know.
actually like full length?
I didn't watch that crap because
Okay.
I was a good kid.
I I just remember I
I
had
only watched quality movies.
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Did
they have Bionicles?
They made a show called Lilo and Stitch the series where they had to find all other 625
Oh right.
aliens, but they did a TV movie to start that show off.
Oh
And I had that TV movie on VHS,
yeah.
and before the movie started playing, they had a Bionicle trailer.
Oh.
That's how I knew that they made a
Oh
movie.
wow.
And there was lava in it. There's lava. In
There's a lot of lava in Bionicles for some reason. There's a
Okay.
lava character of Bionicle. I think
okay.
so.
So, sorry to get back on topic. Data and the robot from Lost in Space do not qualify because
They're television shows.
they're mostly television. Yeah, and
All
I
right.
think Lost in Space is all. I feel like they did make a.
They
Lost
do
in
have
Space
they do
movie.
have a movie, but that doesn't count. It's
Yeah.
based off of a show.
Right. They're
Nice
mainly
try.
shows. Okay.
Well, actually, we kind of lied about that. Then.
We do have one later on that's
Yeah.
based on the show, but it's okay because he's also very popular in
Yes.
moviedom. Okay, well, let's start. We have 10 honorable mentions. I guess this could have just been a top 20,
It could have been.
which it kind of is because I kind of ranked them.
Did you really?
I ranked the honorable mentions. I also ranked them in a way that you would know the ones that you're talking about, and I know the ones
That's
that I'm
very
talking
nice
about.
of you.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's very nice.
So you start us off on the honorable mentions.
With the Sentinels.
Sentinels. Do you want to try that again?
Sentinels is a little too close to genitals. I don't like that.
Is that okay?
That's
Is
okay.
that okay to talk
That's
about?
okay to talk about.
All right.
So I was gonna keep calling it
Sentinels.
Sentinels.
Okay.
The Sentinels are just from the Matrix. Is that the ones that you're talking about? Or are you talking about the ones from?
I'm gonna talk about the next ones because there's two types of Sentinels.
Oh! I'm looking at the wrong list.
Go to the bottom one.
I see it now. The Matrix.
Yes, the Matrix one.
The Matrix ones. Those are the big robots that are trying to destroy the Matrix.
Yeah, that's in the third one.
It's in all of them.
Oh, it's in the first one. I don't remember the Sentinels being in the first one.
Yeah, I think they're in the first one. It's like
Okay.
tries to destroy the ship,
Okay.
and it like kind of it gets them. Gets at them.
Speaking about octopi,
Yeah,
they
They're
remind me
kind
of octopi.
They're kind of like octopi.
They remind. Okay, I'm sorry, we're not going to spend this much time on all the honorable mentions, but copyrighted stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is what I imagine the copyright robots look like. They're like swimming through the net and they're finding things and they like plug into the
Plug it,
video. And
yeah,
they're
they
like,
get
nope.
it. Enough of you. Nice try. Can't make money off of that.
Yeah, right. But that's why I'm at, because there's a shot in one of the Matrix where they're like kind of
They're,
like
coming
flying
right at
down.
you,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's why I imagine every single time I think of copyright robots as those. Okay. Next honorable mention are the Sentinels from the X-Men Days of Future Past movie.
The Sentinels.
The Sentinels from the X-Men Days of Future Past movie. I think they're pretty sweet. They can like... I do like the comic book Sentinels, but I do like these versions as well because they can adapt to like people's powers and stuff and fight them. What's next?
80s robot from the Muppets.
Very
Very
funny.
good. Very good. Very funny. He drives the car in the new one.
I love is that only in the new movie
I think it is only in the new
or in
movie.
the 2011 one? I like how they're just like, yeah, let's have a robot that drive. I think that was an excuse to use 80s music.
Probably.
So because he like plays the radio and stuff
Yeah.
in the car. I guarantee you that's why. Next is Atom. Do you even know what this is from?
Nope.
Okay, this is from Real Steel.
Oh.
Don't give me that. Look, Real Steel is actually a fairly good movie.
More like Fake Iron.
Fake Iron. Steel is more powerful, than iron, right? Steel's
More
stronger?
robust.
Yeah.
I think it's lighter.
Anyways, Adam from Real Steel, kind of how you said that the robot from Lost in Space is kind of the heart.
Yeah.
Not overtly, Adam is. There's like a few scenes where you're like, oh, Adam.
Oh.
But it's because of him that there is heart in the movie.
I see. He's
So-
the
Vessel.
the thing that moves it forward.
Yes.
Johnny Five from Short Circuit.
So I've never seen this movie. I
I've
don't
never
think.
seen it, and I saw it a lot as a child.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Dylan. Me and him loved this movie for some reason. We would watch it all the time whenever we had sleepovers. We'd
Yeah.
be like, let's watch Short Circuit. But I read a review on it, and apparently it's really, really bad. It's just a bad movie, and but as children, you don't know that. So
Right.
it's an honorable mention for me.
As a child, you like everything.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no, you know what? I kind of wish I was still a child in some ways.
Me too.
It would be nicer. Nice to be
Nicer.
nicer. So I like Short Circuit, and I like Johnny Five because he's funny.
I feel like Johnny Five is the precursor for a robot we're gonna,
Oh yeah, it's
Talk about
definitely
later.
definitely based off of him.
especially like even the look and stuff.
Yeah.
Next is Ben from Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
The 2000, I want to say 2 Disney movie.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's voiced by the one guy, Martin Short.
Is that who it is?
I'm pretty sure. And he kind of is funny. That's all I have to say about him.
All right, and then we got Tars,
Mm-hmm.
and that's from the old what's that movie called? Inception. Nope.
Nope.
The other one. The one. You're leaving me hit to dry.
I know. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting for your mind to remember.
Treasure Planet.
No. Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Did you just look it up?
Maybe I did.
Yes, Interstellar.
It was I. He likes movies that start with I.
Inception, Interstellar, and Insomnia.
Is that
Insomnia?
his?
Insomniac? That's like one of his earlier ones.
Anyway, it's that like weird bar, like candy bar thing that splits into 3 parts.
Yeah, and as far as like my personal favorite movie robots, this would actually be probably pretty up there because
Really?
I feel like it's a really unique design. Like, I don't know what year that movie takes place, but in my mind, I'm like, I could see there being a robot that's designed that way. It's just kind of a block
Yeah,
that
yeah.
can move.
Yes,
But
but I don't know how. I don't know how it does it.
it like breaks apart and like spins. And I remember there's like a shot where it's like going through the water on the water planet. and-
Right. It kind of like moves its middle part back a little bit, and then it's
Yeah.
able to move. That's
It's
what
like
I'm
a
trying to
Rubik's
figure.
cube kind of.
Yeah.
It's just like all these moving parts. But I'm like, you know what? And he's kind of sassy.
Does it have a? I don't remember anything about the robot
Yeah,
itself
he has,
other than
like-
it moves.
Yeah, he has like a voice and he kind of like is condescending and
Oh.
sarcastic. And then he's like, remember the end? Spoilers for Interstellar. Remember when he's like in the 5th dimension
Yeah.
at the end? The robot is able to talk to him on the comm. So the
Oh.
robot's like keeping him company while he's like doing it. So he
Man.
actually ends up being like a bigger part at the end.
Huh. I need to watch that movie again.
I've
It's
only
been a
ever
while.
seen it the one time
What?
in the theater.
Wow.
When I think I saw it with you and a few other people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in old 2014,
really?
Yeah.
We saw it together.
November. It was a November release date. I remember that.
Hey, speaking of snarky robots that aren't really robots, this one could be in the disclaimer. Would be.
I'm sorry. I meant to give you the next one.
Ugh.
Oh wait, how did we skip one?
No.
Oh, maybe we just have more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4,
You have
5,
you have this
6.
next one. You just talked over me.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Did you want to talk more about TARS?
No, I obviously didn't remember anything
Okay.
about him.
All right.
But I was about to say something.
I'm sorry. What?
Jeez.
What?
Jeez. The robot from Moon deserves to be on here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about him.
So that's a very good robot.
Yeah, that is kind of like a TARS type.
Yeah. But it's not, it's kind of the whole ship is the
Right,
Moon.
right.
So
But I would say that counts.
Yeah.
And that one's a very realistic one too, because it has like the emoticons that just change.
Yeah.
He's kind of creepy,
I
but he's
like it.
also kind of like he has kind of a warming voice. Even though it's creepy.
Yeah. I like that movie so much.
Man, we need to rewatch it. We need to do best like underrated sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
'Cause that'd definitely be on there. Sorry. Okay. Next honorable mention. Ed 209 from RoboCop.
No.
So.
Yeah, that's why you needed to do this one.
Yes, exactly. See, I did this so that you'd know which ones you were talking about.
Yeah.
So Ed 209 from RoboCop. I felt bad not putting something from RoboCop on here, so I went ahead and added him in. And he's pretty like famous looking. It's the one that ends up falling down the stairs at the end because it's like they thought of all these things for this robot except how to get up and down the stairs, and that's how he ends up defeating him. But the reason why it's not on our top 10 is because it doesn't really have a personality at all.
Oh.
I think that's one thing we should mention is like all the ones we put on our top 10, like some of these you might be thinking, why isn't that on the top 10? It's because they don't really have that much personalities.
Yeah.
Tars does, the Moon one does. I guess Johnny Five does, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. He's the biggest personality in this room.
Ben kind of does, but the other ones have like they're either the most iconic or they have really big personalities. So,
Yeah.
So Ed 209 is just kind of like a killer robot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much.
Well, speaking of robots that have big personalities,
Yes.
it's Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
Right.
who is Daniel's never seen this movie somehow.
I feel like I have. I just don't remember a lick about it.
I will tell you, this is how my wife, after she watched Monty Python, she said, that's about as stupid as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So...
Okay, so it's like that type of humor?
Yeah, it's a real weird, kind of English humor.
Okay.
So some weird stuff that happens. Feels like you're a little bit high.
Okay.
But I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
I think it's really funny.
It's like a cult movie.
Yeah.
People like love it.
Yeah.
The people who like it, like
yeah,
they're like really
I do like
passionate
it.
about it.
Apparently it's a good book. Maybe I should get the book sometime.
I've heard. I think my friend Alec Sears. Shout out to you, Alec. I'm pretty sure he's read it, and I think he likes it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, the robot's pretty funny. He's got a giant head, and they play into that.
I was looking at pictures of him earlier.
Yeah.
He was sitting next to Zoe Deschanel, and he looked really funny. Okay, and then actually, I forgot because we bumped one from our top 10. I forgot to put him into the honorable mentions.
Oh.
It's the giant robots from Pacific Rim.
Oh.
Gypsy Danger, or just the Jaegers in general. Not much to say about that. They're just big robots. They're cool, but they're not much to say. And then our final honorable mention is Gort.
What's that from?
That's from The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, I've never ever seen that movie.
So it's an old, I want to say 50s movie. I feel like that's the era that would have come out in, is 50s.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. And then they remade it back in like mid 2000s or maybe late 2000s. I never saw that one, but I have seen the original. What year did it come out, Philip?
51.
Yes. And I feel like that's just one of the more iconic robots
Yeah.
in cinema. So
Okay.
I felt like he deserved to be at least an honorable mention.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
So
Cool.
now we're on number 10. We actually have made it.
Yes.
I don't know
How
long
far
it's
are we
been.
in?
I don't know. Our clock timer's not on there.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, what's number 10, Philip?
Do you really want to know?
Okay. Off topic again. That sounded just like Squidward in the Hash Slinging Slasher episode, my favorite episode, when he's telling SpongeBob the ghost story. And SpongeBob's like, "What happened next?" And Squidward's like, "Do you really want to know?" Sorry, it just made me think of that.
Ugh.
My
Anyway.
mind works in only movie and TV quotes.
I see.
Okay. Yes, I do want to know.
I want to tell you, and it's Ash/Bishop/David from the Alien movies.
Yes.
Now, I think I only know the one. I think I only know Prometheus, which is sad. I've not seen the original Aliens movie. Or Alien. Is it Alien or Aliens?
The first one's Alien,
Okay.
and then the second one's Aliens, and then I think it's Aliens 3.
Okay. So anyway, I'd really like to see the Alien movie.
The first two are good. I don't know if I've seen past that, but
And Prometheus, I do like whatever his name is, David.
Michael Fassbender
Yeah.
as David. Yeah, I feel like they all kind of are similar
Yeah.
as far as like they're, at least I remember Ash is pretty aware that he's a robot.
Yeah.
And I think so is Michael Fassbender, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
been a
remember
while.
about Bishop, but yeah, Ash's first one, Bishop's second, and then David is Prometheus. And I think maybe even the next one that they made, I think he was in that one too.
He doesn't die.
I think he did die.
I guess they can come back.
in Prometheus, and I think they bring him back for the next one. But we're putting 3 here because you can really just choose whichever one. Like I feel like they all are fairly similar. So I didn't really want to pick one over the other. So whichever one's your favorite is your number 10 on
That's
this
right.
list.
This is a Choose Your Own Adventure podcast.
Yes, yeah. So now if you choose David, then this is our list. If you choose Bishop, this is our list. If you choose Ash, this is our list. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean they've got their quirks and personalities, but
They're quirkies.
yeah. I think it's Ash is the one that does the knife trick. You know, like the party trick where you put the knife through the fingers
Yeah.
on the table. I think he's like doing it like super fast.
Yeah. Because he's a robot.
Because he's a robot and he has the calculations down perfectly. And then I think David kind of goes off the deep end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He kind of goes wild. I don't remember Bishop very much, but okay. Number 9 is the Metropolis robot, and that's because its name I cannot pronounce. I don't know. It's like, or maybe it's called Maria. I don't know. It's like a robot of Maria, and it's an interesting movie.
Oh.
But I feel like this is like they said on that list that the Tin Man was the OG robot.
Yeah.
This is the OG robot.
Yeah.
It's the Metropolis robot. But yeah, I was explaining to Philip what Metropolis was earlier.
It's not Superman.
It's not super. I brought it up and Philip was like, "Oh, is that a Superman robot?" No.
I thought maybe it was.
No, it's okay.
All right. Is it time for something?
Oh shoot. Yeah, I didn't think about it. But you know what? Well, okay, hold on. Where's the banjo?
To your left. Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner.
I think Walt Disney's head is frozen somewhere on the Disney property.
Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner, Daniel's the corner. That's a weird one.
Okay, I put my list away.
Oh.
But you're up next, I think.
Number 8, Optimus Prime. So Optimus, this is the one that I was thinking that was kind of more of a TV show
Yeah.
and then became a movie. But
There's a lot of movies is the thing.
Yeah.
So like with the other ones there was a couple, you know.
yeah.
This one, it's like you got the old cartoon movie where he dies right off the bat. You have 6 live action ones.
I think, and they just came out with one on Netflix or something.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I did
Yeah.
not know this.
I just saw it. I was like,
Is it
what
animated?
No, it's live action.
Oh, is it called Bumblebee?
No.
What's it called?
I will look that up right now.
I'll talk a little bit about Optimus Prime. So special shout out to Bumblebee, obviously. Bumblebee is great and he's amazing and he's fun and whatnot. But Optimus Prime, you can't not do a top 10 list without Optimus Prime, I feel like, of robots. But yeah, he's the wholesome, like, stoic hero that we all thrive to be, or at least he should be. There's some things that he does in the Michael Bay movies where you're like, what? you just executed that guy without any hesitation. He was begging for his life, Optimus, and you shot him through the heart.
Optimus don't care.
I guess he don't care. I guess years of this crap, he's just done with it.
Oh, here we go.
What is this? What is this?
Oh, it's like
What?
halfway animated, halfway 3D
Let me see it.
animation.
Let me see it.
It's not live action.
Oh, weird. Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. Interesting. Okay.
So that's that.
So, well, it's a new movie. Does it have Optimus in it?
I would assume that would have Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Oh, yeah. And they better have the original voice actor come back for him, because what's the point then as well?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's been doing the voice for all the live action stuff too.
Yeah.
So you know, not much to say. He's just kind of the end all be all hero
That's right.
sometimes, and then other times he's just a bloodthirsty murderer. But he's got a cool voice. He always gives a speech.
He does have a great voice.
Yeah.
I do wish that I could speak like Optimus Prime.
We quote Optimus all the time. The Autobots
Autobots roll out.
Roll out. I like him in the first Transformers a lot. He's a lot more like subdued in that one. He's
Yeah.
kind of patient and
Yeah. He's like an old wise man.
yeah. He gets a little bit more violent as the movies go on. I have not seen the new Bumblebee movie. I've heard it's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it wasn't directed by Michael Bay.
Oh, that'll do it.
That'll do it for you. Yeah. So there's Optimus.
What's next?
Next is Ultron.
Ooh.
From Age of Ultron, Avengers. Talk about him.
Talk about him?
Yeah, because I talked about Optimus when
So, Ultron, you know what's funny is we bashed on Vision, but he's really an amalgamation of what happened from Vision, right? He's like the bad guy Vision.
Yeah,
and
but
then they have to make Vision.
well, so basically
The AI that transformed into bad.
right. Well, he was so. here's a lesson on Age of Ultron for you. Ultron was making the Vision body because he was gonna put himself into it, and that was gonna be his perfect
Thank you.
body.
Oh, okay.
But then they stole it, and they were like, "Yep, nope, Ultron, we're gonna make our own thing."
Yeah.
So he never got to be anything more than
A robot.
an AI.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's pretty baller.
Yeah, he
Very strong. Lots of like robot eye things that happen where you can shoot lasers out.
Speaking of cool voices,
Yeah,
James Spader.
James Spader's very good at it. Daniel at one point thought that he didn't have anything on his voice, and I'd prove him wrong.
They put a little bit of a robot
They
like
put a
filter,
little robot.
but he didn't have to like do a voice at all. That's just
it's
his
just his
natural speaking
voice.
voice, which
Yeah.
is like great.
Still pretty cool.
We should do top 10 male actor voices at some point. He'd be on there.
Just guys that sound cool.
Him, Morgan Freeman, Liam Neeson.
That's true. Don't give it away.
I know. Whoops. So yeah, and I think a lot of people like tend to forget Ultron because people don't like that movie a whole lot.
I don't think the movie's terrible.
I don't think it's nearly as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Yeah.
I actually like it quite a bit. It actually does have one thing on the first Avengers movie.
What's that?
The first Avengers movie was, it was a build-up. It was the climax to the build-up of the first, like, few movies, right? There is not a lick of character development in that movie, like, at all.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe Tony almost sacrifices himself at the end, and Thor kind of learns to just give up on trying to save Loki, but like not much. But Age of Ultron actually has like
A lot of
it.
That's what the whole movie's about.
Due to like the Scarlet Witch messing with their brains and stuff, they have to
Yeah.
like deal with their past, and you find out about like Hawkeye's family.
That's true.
You learn that like Hulk and Black Widow like want to be together, but they can't, and all this stuff. Thor just like he's like, yeah, no,
See
I gotta
ya.
go figure out some stuff with Asgard. Screw you guys. Like all these things that I feel like is actually stronger in that movie than it is the first one. But Ultron's great. He's a fantastic villain. I think when we did movie villains, he was
in there.
I think he was both our number 5s.
He may have been. He's a good villain.
Yeah.
Great villain. Dare I
I was
say.
actually I was surprised that you put him above Optimus.
Really?
But now that we've established Optimus is kind of a
tool bag.
it's kind of a tool bag in the movies, but he's also like a part timer because he's also over in TV land.
That's right. Yeah.
Then it's okay because
Yeah.
Ultron is mainly. I mean, he's comic book and he's probably been in some adventure cartoons, but
Who watches those? Just nerds.
yeah, I
We
mean,
don't have
I
any-
was watching it.
Yeah,
last
we don't
week,
have
but-
any nerds on this podcast. So number 6. This was
Hey.
a little controversial.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
You want me to take the blame, huh?
I mean,
See.
it's your slot. So
C-3PO.
yes,
Now listen,
just him alone.
before we get rocks thrown at us, he's just a little annoying.
I mean,
He's just a little annoying.
yes, he's very slightly. I'd say he's like 7% annoying.
So, but that other part is great.
Yeah, he's funny. I actually go ahead. What were you
No,
saying?
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I rewatched the first one not too long ago,
Yeah,
and he's really funny in it. Like,
yeah.
he's just like condescending to R2D2, and like he's like kicking him and stuff. I was
yeah.
laughing at C-3PO.
He's got some good character, and he's definitely iconic
Yeah,
when you think of robot movies with robots in them.
he might actually be like the first one that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
And I get it, like, yeah, oh, they're called droids. They're a robot. They're just a space robot.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And C-3PO, I feel like he's actually right a lot of the time. Like in Empire, he's always like telling Han and Leia and Chewie things.
Yeah.
And they're like, shut up. But then they just like do what he tells them to. So like he's actually kind of like without C-3PO, they probably wouldn't get very far in certain aspects.
I could see that.
Especially the Ewok thing where they think like he's their god.
Oh, right. It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
What a character arc. He becomes an Ewok god by the end of the third one.
Oh, what a curveball.
Yeah, so that's C-3PO. I think number 6 is good for C-3PO.
I think so too. I think people might be crying in the corner and they can deal with it.
Like, why isn't he number 1? Or why? Because a lot of people are like, C-3PO is so annoying. People
That's
are probably
true.
like, why is he so high? Why isn't BB-8 on here? BB-8 is fine.
BB-8, I guess, could have been an honorable
We
mention.
could throw him in on the honorable mentions, no doubt. But
But we
not
didn't.
top 10 material, I'll tell you that much.
I don't feel like I could hang out with BB-8 because he doesn't talk.
Right.
Exactly. Well, there's another robot that we're going to talk about that doesn't talk.
Right.
But I feel like I could talk with that robot.
Yeah, because I feel like, actually, I feel like that one. Well, we'll talk about it when we get there. But, okay, number 5
Wow.
already.
Wow.
We're busting through
Wow.
this. Wow. Oh yeah. Okay. People are like, what is happening? People are probably thinking we're like high for this episode or
We're
something.
not high.
The T-800,
From
the Terminator. So
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator.
Arnie.
Again, just as I did with Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, shout out to the T-1000. I get it, he's cool. But when you think of like, iconic
Yeah.
Terminator, it's Arnie. And he's great. I mean, like, so you've never seen any of the Terminator movies?
I haven't.
Guys, do you see what my when I started this podcast? When Philip and I started it, I thought it was because Philip would be almost as knowledgeable as I was, but Philip hasn't seen anything.
I knew for a fact that wasn't going to be the case.
I guess I had an optimism.
I
It's not.
have good tastes of movies. but I just haven't seen that many.
That's true. You the movies you do like are good. But yeah, so we get. I don't love them after the second one. Actually, Salvation's okay, but Arnie doesn't show up very much in that one. He shows up at the end, and he's CGI at the end of Salvation.
He like becomes like a liquid thingy, right?
That's the T-1000.
Okay.
So that's the one I just said special mention to.
Okay.
But no, this one's just the robot. Great effects in the second one. The first one, it's like if like his skin gets peeled off,
Yeah.
it's like an obvious just like piece of metal that they've like glued to his head to make it look like there's metal underneath, but like it like comes out further than like
That's
the skin.
funny.
But the second movie has great effects. It actually shows like the Terminators, and this might be in the first one too, but it shows the Terminators without skin.
Oh.
They're like terrifying looking.
Yeah.
They look like skeletons, but like just metal. But he's, as we all know who have seen the Terminator movies, and this isn't a huge spoiler, like it's not going to ruin anything for you, but he's the villain of the first one. You get famous lines like, I'll be back,
Yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah.
that. He steals the biker's clothing. He does like all this stuff. He's hunting down Kyle Reese because Kyle Reese is going to be the future leader of the Resistance. But then the second movie, little switcheroo. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally said that wrong. He comes back to kill what's-her-face.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't it a girl that he's trying to kill?
And Kyle Reese is sent back to protect her.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
I lied. I was getting the first and second one mixed up.
I see.
The second one, they send back the T-1000 to kill John Connor, who's going to be the future Resistance leader. But then the Resistance sends back Arnold to protect him. So then he's the good one in the second movie.
Switcheroo.
Switcheroo. And actually, one of our favorite YouTube series, The Last Scene, gives a little nod to Terminator 2 Judgment Day at the end when Mick Sleuthberger is breathing his last. They do a Yoda quote, and he goes, "There is another Mick Sleuthberger," and then he goes, "Ah,"
Oh,
and he
yeah.
holds up the thumb.
Yeah.
That's a Terminator thing.
Oh. Does Arnold Schwarzenegger give a thumbs up at the end of the movie?
He does give a thumbs up at the end of the movie, yes.
That's hilarious.
Because John Connor, as a little boy, teaches him the thumbs up. This is kind of a movie. He doesn't really learn. He kind of learns what it is to be human.
Okay.
By the end of the second one.
Okay, like Bicentennial Man.
Like Philip's apparent favorite movie, Bicentennial Man.
With Robin Williams, one of the best robot movies of all time.
Don't worry, people. He's not on the list. Philip was watching the trailer earlier and he couldn't believe his eyes.
Well, I remember watching it as a child.
Oh, you did grow up watching it.
I mean, I watched it once, I think, and it left an impression on me because it looks like it's going to be like a ha 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 funny Robin Williams movie.
Yeah.
And then it's like serious.
It's like existential.
Yeah, it's like a bad switcheroo.
Interesting.
So,
I've never seen it.
Well,
maybe we could have movie night.
Maybe.
What's number 4, Philip?
Number 4 is Roy. And this is also a robot I don't really know, but Daniel tells me it's like an old movie, Roy. Old movie.
It's not that old. It's Blade Runner. I mean, it's the 80s.
Oh, it's this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have been thinking of the other one. I don't know Roy. I looked up Roy right before I said this, and it didn't look
It was
like
a different one?
It was a different one.
Oh,
There's another robot named Roy from an old movie.
Oh, okay. Well...
So that's Roy from
That's
Blade
Roy
Running.
from that movie. Sorry, this is Roy Batty from Blade Runner.
Oh, you should have said Batty. I should have said Batty.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't put it on the thing.
I didn't either. It's okay.
I did up on the top one.
It's all our faults.
Ugh,
this show.
This episode's just all over the place today, huh? So Roy Batty, tell me all about him, Philip.
Yeah, Blade Runner is a movie about robots trying to become humans and humans trying to say that they are humans and not robots. And there's a war, right? Am I kind of right? Like there's they don't know who's real and who's not real.
Maybe a small percentage what you just said, right? It's more of a noir detective movie,
Yeah.
set in a futuristic dystopian world.
Yeah, and then they have a war.
I don't think a war ever happens. They do confront each other at the end, Harrison Ford and Roy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Harrison Ford?
No. The actor who plays Roy. He's the guy in Batman Begins that tries to take over the company.
Liam Neeson?
No. So yeah, it's like, didn't you get the memo?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's basically more so than I'd say Terminator. It's about him kind of figuring out what it is to be like human.
Like Bicentennial Man.
Like Bicentennial Man. It's not as good as Bicentennial Man.
Clearly not as good.
But by the end, he gives like a really emotional speech that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more. I mean, the main character is Harrison Ford, but Roy Batty's definitely the most interesting part of that movie.
Okay. So Indiana Jones is in this movie.
Indiana Jones and Han Solo team up to defeat a robot named Roy Batty
in a big battle.
in a big battle with the Rohan soldiers and the Klingons and all that. They all fight Roy Batty in the end, and he kills them all.
Liam Neeson is the sole victor.
Liam Neeson, and he's not even playing a character. It's just Liam Neeson. Did you know that the Taken movies are just documentaries of Liam Neeson's life?
This is called Blades Runner.
Blades Runner is Liam Neeson's birth name.
Oh my.
Tommy, you came back.
Hey.
What's up, Tommy?
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, you know what? I'm doing great. Just doing great.
What are you up
me
to?
And me and Philip, we had a talk.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good. A great little talk, and I dare say we may be better friends than you and I are.
Okay.
It's true. It really is. Like, we hung out. I just really got to know
You didn't
Tommy.
really know Tommy before.
I didn't really. I made a judgment call, and I was wrong.
Okay. What'd you guys do?
Well, why don't you tell him, Tommy?
Okay. Yeah, Tommy, what'd you guys do?
I will. Okay, Philip. I guess you'll put me on the spot. I get it. All right. We did go. We walked around in a park. It was
Okay.
it was a little more romantic than I thought it would be. But we walked around a park and we just chit chatted.
Yeah? Well, good. Did you guys chit-chat about anything that was new to you, Tommy? Did you learn anything in this chit-chat?
No.
Okay. You learned that you're good friends with Philip. Huh?
I did learn that me and Philip are good friends. Great, good buddy, good boyfriends. No, I dare say we're not boyfriends, but we are good friends.
Okay.
So anyway, today I learned what VHS stands for.
Okay, what does that stand for?
It stands for...
Yeah.
Well, I wrote it down on my hand here. It's kind of got sweaty.
It got smudged a little bit, huh?
Video home...
System?
What's this word? What is... Yes, system.
Okay, video
home system. So, did you know that?
I don't think I directly knew that, Tommy, but I probably could have guessed.
So I guess it's a whole system right there in that little box, right?
Yes.
It's just
There's little like people and they're working.
That makes more sense.
They're like acting out the movie and stuff.
So they're the system, huh?
They're the system.
So you just put that VHS right on the TV, huh? It's the whole system right there in and of itself.
Yes.
Okay. I always imagined that that there was more to it.
Yeah.
But then I learned what it stands for.
Yeah.
And now I get it. It's little people
acting out plays every time.
And I figured, you know what? I figured there was something I was missing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you learned that, Tommy.
Yeah, I was just really curious one day, and I thought, what's VHS stand for?
Were you like watching VHSs at the time?
Nah, I've never seen a VHS in my life. I'm only 20 months old. No, I'm older than 20 months. I How do numbers work?
No, it's okay. You're probably 20 years. Is it years old?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But I never used a VHS. I'm sorry, VHS. Video home system. Never used a whole system in my whole life. And I put it on just put it on the TV. Anyway, so I do know how to watch videos using Netflix.
Yeah. Yes. Netflix is very simple.
So VHS, I mean, I'm surprised it's not a long-term solution to
That didn't
video
stick
watching.
around.
Yeah,
Well, the quality's kind of bad.
that makes sense because you got to display the play actors, huh?
It's a huge microscope in there.
I see.
And so it breaks down the quality a little bit
I
once
see.
you zoom in.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope to see you two in a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah.
With this new schedule.
But 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from today.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Bye, Tommy.
See you, Tommy.
What a pal.
What a pal.
I love him.
Just always a good guy.
My favorite person.
I was wrong. I was wrong about him.
Would you like to take number 3 since you love number 3?
Oh, would you do that for me?
I will give you number 3, yes.
Okay. It's Wall-E. One of the best movies of all time.
Well, I don't know about that. But.
And Wall-E is a good little boy character. And he specifically we talked about Short Circuit, and I'm pretty sure that Daniel was talking about how
Yes.
Wall-E looks like Short Circuit.
Yes.
He got a little squarish body with a funny little binocular face.
Yeah, it's that binocular look. Is exactly the same as both of them. I think what's his face a little bigger.
He is bigger,
Johnny.
but they both have like it's like a triangle, but with like it's like a tank
wheels.
Yeah,
With like a track on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I think
and he's a trash man.
he's just so wholesome.
Wally's the everyday man
Yeah. Yes.
of a robot, and he's definitely a robot, and he's got feelings, and he falls in love with Evie,
which is another good robot.
a great robot.
She's
But
a cool design. I like her design a lot.
I like how they made her like all rounded, and he's all squarish.
Yeah.
It's cool because she's from the future,
Right.
He's from the past.
But they end up falling in love.
They do fall in love. It's really a love story,
It is.
and about how you should throw your trash away in a reasonable place.
Yeah. And plant little things
Yeah.
and not get too overweight.
Don't get too well. At least don't use wheelchairs to move around if you're overweight.
Yes, don't overly consume. That could be food. That could be anything. Just don't be consumers.
Yeah.
With everything.
Yeah, but do buy Pixar movies.
Do buy Pixar for sure. The message isn't as important as money is to Disney, but it's still kind of important.
Yeah, a little bit important. But I do like Wall-E.
It kind of reminds me of your dog.
Interesting.
It kind of reminds me of Metzger.
Because Metzger's like Wall-E
All the time. It's really weird.
It is
you guys
weird
need
how
to
he
take him
does
to the vet. No, he's just kind of like full of wonderment and like, you know what I mean? I'm not necessarily comparing him to Metzger at the moment, although I kind of am, but just Wall-E in general is just like, he's so like full of wonderment and he's like just so like happy and
I love his little like apartment he has at the beginning of the movie.
I know, it's so neat. Those first 30 minutes.
Yes.
If it could just be the whole movie. It's just that first 30 minutes.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I like Wall-E a lot.
Wally's a great character. He's the best thing about that movie, for sure.
Well, he is the main character.
He's probably one of my favorite Pixar protagonists. Actually.
Thinking through them all.
I mean, Woody's great.
Yeah, you can't get past Woody.
Um,
I think the reason why Toy Story works so well is because they're really just people.
yes. Yes. Same with Incredibles.
Yeah.
But Marlin's a good protagonist. Let's see, what other movies are there in the Pixar dumb?
All of them.
All
There's
of them.
just all of them. Except for Good Dinosaur.
Sully. Sully's a really good one too.
Good Dinosaur doesn't.
He's got the dinosaur and the little boy. The little boy dog.
It's not good.
I kind of like the
I do actually like. I like the movie. It's
You
not.
just
It's
bash on it.
just not as good as most Pixar movies.
um
Up is great. I think that
Oh,
I would have a hard
shoot.
time saying that.
Carl's a great
Yeah.
protagonist. Such a like a unwilling protagonist.
Yeah.
I love movies like that
Yeah.
where it's like these characters are thrust into something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Or they're doing something they want to and they get sidetracked, which I guess is the case of Carl.
Yeah.
He wants to go on this adventure and he can't really do what he wants to do.
Ugh.
Oh man, we talked about this already on our Pixar episode, but that
Yeah.
last shot when the house is where they
Where
wanted
it's
it
supposed
to
to be,
be.
yeah.
It just like gave me chills just thinking about it.
It's a good movie. Makes me cry every time. Makes me cry literally thinking about it.
Just thinking about the whole movie, the beginning or the end,
the whole shebang, but mostly that beginning,
the beginning and I think
the
yes,
whole thing.
and then he's eating ice cream with the boy at the end.
I know.
Because his heart has been warmed again.
That's right. And he goes to he gives him the pass, not the pass,
Yeah,
but
the little
patch thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
We need to rewatch Up. I haven't seen Up in a long time. Okay. You can go ahead and take number 2 as well.
Oh wow. No, you got it.
Okay. Number 2, R2D2.
And we only put him at number 2 because he has 2.
Because of that. You know what's funny is I actually didn't even mean to do that, but that's funny. There's 2 2s in his name. He's at number 2.
I know. So 3 2s.
3 2s.
R2 3 2.
C3PO. Yeah, R2D2. We were gonna put them together.
Yeah.
We were gonna cheat and put them at number 5 together, right?
Yeah.
But then we were like, well, I felt like that was too low for R2D2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we changed it up and we put
changed
out
it up.
that other junk.
I think the Pacific Rim one was in the top 10.
Doesn't even deserve to be an honorable mention.
But R2D2 is the one we were talking about earlier, to where you also can't understand him, but you could probably have a conversation with him anyways.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think you could because
He can play videos.
well but I also think he is talking English, but every single word is so vulgar that the filmmakers had to bleep it all out.
There it is. That's a funny joke, Daniel.
Thank you. BB-8 just matched that. He watched the original Star Wars movies and he was like, oh, I'll just use that dialect.
I see.
But with R2D2, and it's within his character too, that he would just be cussing up a storm.
Yes.
I just imagine, and ever since I've thought of that, every single time he's talking to C3PO, I'm just imagining him using like the worst language. It's like Groot. How like Groot always uses language, but we don't know what he says. So R2D2, I feel like he's just so iconic and so fun, and yeah.
I wonder when they write Groot if they write out English.
They do.
They do? Mm-hmm. That's funny.
I think at least Vin Diesel gets a script that has lines so that he knows like what tone to use for it. I don't know if everyone else gets those scripts or not, but I do know that he does.
Gotcha. That's funny. I wanted to see this.
Yeah, I would like to as well. Because like there's a joke in the second one where he's like, he said, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, but he didn't say frickin'. And then like they're flying away. He's like, we really need to talk about your language problem. That, and then in Infinity War when they're like, Groot, put that thing away. I'm not going to ask again. He's like, I'm Groot. And they're all like, whoa. Yeah, I would like to see what that line is.
Yeah. Yes.
But then like at the end of Infinity War, when spoilers for Infinity War, when Groot disappears.
Yeah.
He says, I'm Groot to Rocket, and James Gunn like tweeted, he said like he's calling Rocket his dad right then. Like he's like begging for his dad to help him.
Oh.
Yeah, so there is like things that he's saying, and obviously there is with R2D2 too, because C3PO is always like, I think sometimes he's even like, how rude of you to say that. So it's definitely in his character to just cuss all the time. But yeah, it's so weird. Like when you think of Star Wars characters, if we were to do like top 10 Star Wars characters,
Yeah.
R2 would
He'd be in there.
He'd be on top 10. But it's so interesting saying that because he's a robot that doesn't speak, and yet we know so much like about his personality
That's
and
true.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So testament to the filmmakers of those originals.
Yep. Not the first three.
Not the episodes 1 through
Yes,
3. The
yes.
original, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets so confusing when you talk about Star Wars because if you say first 3, some people will take that
It's
as
the very first that were made.
and then some people will take it as episodes 1 through 3. At least 7, 8, 9, we all know what we're talking
But
about.
at least that. They've got that going for them.
Yeah, that's one of their only. No, I was kidding. I don't hate the sequels as much as everyone else does, but
Shall we say number 1 together?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. The
Iron
Iron
Giant.
Giant.
Nice. Nice.
This was unanimous.
It was unanimous.
between the two of us.
Iron Giant will make you cry. He'll make you laugh.
It's
He'll make you feel things that you never felt before.
Have we talked about this movie very much on the podcast?
Yeah, we've talked about animated movies or something, and it was number 1.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think we've talked about it.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Well, I guess we'll figure that one out later. But The Iron Giant is possibly my second favorite movie of all time.
Second favorite?
And I know that probably sounds like a joke.
It is a joke.
Because it's an animated film.
That's a joke to me.
But it's amazing. And he is an amazing character. Talk about robot stories that, like, where the robot is starting to, like,
Become human.
yeah, understand what humanity is. I think this one probably does it the best. And I'm sorry, people, if I'm talking so much on this episode. Philip just keeps looking things up on his phone, and I don't want there to be dead space. So that's why I'm talking so much on this episode.
Don't worry about it. Jeez.
No, but I think... So here's my problem with robot movies.
Oh, you actually have a problem with them.
Well, with robot characters, is I hardly ever feel sympathy for robots.
That's true. You
Like-
do feel, but you do.
Because in the back of my mind, I'm always like, oh, it's a robot.
It can come back.
Or just like, it doesn't have feelings. It's a robot.
It has no soul.
Yeah. But the Iron Giant, though, is the best ever, I think,
Yeah.
like as far as that type of story goes. Because they even have the scene where they're talking about souls
Yeah.
and what that means. And like, it's so good. It's
I'd
such
like
a
to
good
watch
film.
it again.
We should
I
watch it
can't. I
sometime
can't
soon.
watch it because my wife says it makes her too sad.
Well, then you and I will watch it together. I think it's the best Superman movie of all time because he
He does
puts
the
thing
Superman
on.
thing.
I'm Superman. Talking about Vin Diesel doing voice.
Hey, that's
voiceover.
true. Out of nowhere.
And what's funny is those are like his two best roles, in my opinion.
He's
good
best
in
as a
Saving
voice
Private Ryan.
actor, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not very good at physical roles.
He's good in Saving Private Ryan.
Is he in Saving Private Ryan?
He is.
What?
He is. It was one of his. I feel like it was earlier on in his career, but he is in it.
Oh wow.
Again, we need to watch Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, it's
Philip.
another movie. I mean, it's not like I'm unwilling.
No, I know. We just don't. We're adults. We don't have a whole lot of time to just sit down and watch movies.
I've learned in my old age that I really like. I like watching television shows because I like the long format.
Yeah.
I like that, and it's also short, so I can watch it like in an evening. I can watch one in the evening.
It's a much better way of storytelling.
Yeah.
When done right.
Yes.
Yeah, because obviously we've praised Breaking Bad on the show before.
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
Oh. Is that
There
Tommy?
went Tommy again. Other than probably maybe Seussical, it's my favorite thing ever as far as like a story goes. Breaking Bad is, but as far as movies go, The Iron Giant. I mean, it has a perfect script. It's just like great. It's one of the rare occasions where I think of I always separate animated movies and live action, right?
Yeah.
But with The Iron Giant, I'm like, it plays out as if it's a live action film.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I feel like you could easily transition it shot for shot, line for line to live action.
Yeah.
and it be the exact same.
Yep.
And but still be like, obviously we've learned that about Lion King as well, but that was just like the exact same thing. But I feel like the script works just like a live action script would work. So yeah, anyways, we're kind of praising the movie right now, but his character and the character development he goes through in that movie is quite amazing. And I think he deserves to be best movie robot of all time.
And I won a little Iron Giant action figure once. And it broke.
Yeah.
It broke.
So did mine. Did his legs break off?
No. It was something else. Maybe his head even.
Man, I want like a life size, not 100 foot
You want
tall
a
one.
person size.
Like my height size of a Iron Giant.
And then you go fly away with it.
Oh man. What a day.
I think that's what I always wanted as a child, was to fly on the back of Iron Giant. Daniel's starting to get teary-eyed.
I'm just nodding my head. That scene where like he picks up Hogarth.
Yeah.
Oh man, and Hogarth's like an outcast, and he finds like friendship with the giant. He like picks up Hogarth, and they're walking like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And like there's that great like wide shot with the moon, and they're like walking. Just so good.
Very good.
That when he learns about like the deer dying, and then right afterwards he's like flipping the car hood up and down,
right?
Because he's like just contemplating like what it is to be like alive and stuff. Man, sorry, I'll go on for hours about the Iron Giant. I love it so much. But do you have anything else to say about the Iron Giant?
I don't.
Man, I feel like I've talked so much this episode, like so much. I apologize.
It's okay. I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Well,
I'm paid less than you for the show, so.
Yeah. Well. That's why they pay me the big bucks, because I talk a lot. Okay. Well, that was all.
That's
for
it.
This episode.
That's it.
You
have anything you want to say?
Be on the lookout for some video series that we're doing.
It may have already come out.
I think it'll come out next week.
Yeah.
The first one.
There you go.
And then so we're doing.
If you want to find out about it, where would they go? I guess to the Instagram.
Go or just our YouTube page. It'll be on there. Go subscribe to Classic Countdown Conversations YouTube page.
Yeah.
And get notifications for videos that we're gonna start putting out. We're gonna put out. I've thought about this. So most months have 4 weeks, 4 Saturdays. Every once in a while, there's a 5th Saturday. On that 5th Saturday, I'm going to start putting out Classic Countdown Conversations highlights.
Oh.
Where I pick a segment of one of our episodes that is really like just a golden segment,
just a golden nugget,
and put some footage to it for you guys. So
fun.
So that'll be every 5th Saturday.
Gotcha.
That happens. But yeah, so just subscribe and pay attention to our Instagram page, because I'll try to post stuff there as well. So,
hey, do you know why we do these things? Because we're the best. And you're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better. We love you. Okay.
Did you like that little transition?
I did like that.